Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Wisdom with Mary Jane. Hello,
Hi,
Mary
everyone.
Jane.
So nice to be here. Hello, Julie.
Episode 1, here we go.
We're ready to go here. I got a crowded room ready to help me, so let's do it.
That is very exciting. You know, we all need help, right? And sometimes we don't know that we're getting help.
Right, that's right. I got some angel wings over me. That might help.
All I got is hot peppers behind me, so I don't know how that's going to help.
We like it spicy. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Definitely shows that I need help. That's for sure. So explain to everybody. Now, this is a new podcast series that we're just starting right now. And I'm sure people have a lot of questions, like, what is spiritual wisdom?
Well, spiritual wisdom has basically to do on your own spirituality. So what is spirituality? Spirituality is basically forging your own path beyond traditional religion, belief systems, and culture. This is spirituality is usually about someone seeking a deeper connection to spirit, to finding themselves, or what we call today your authentic self, which is really probably the majority of women who contact me are looking for their authentic self. What does that have to do with spiritual wisdom? That has to do with knowing yourself. So when we begin this journey of maybe breaking away from different religious beliefs, cultural beliefs that we no longer seem to resonate with, we tend to go within and start to question within the soul, what is it that I'm really here for? Who is spirit? Do I believe in the system, the traditional religious system I'm in now, which many people are falling away from their religions, such as Catholicism and such. But it has to do that you're seeking something greater, something that you can relate to more, something that when you embrace it, your whole heart just bursts. Because this is an energy about love. People go, this seems so crazy out there now. Yeah, it is, because we're going through a tremendous change that also includes basically a raising of consciousness, which means we're opening the heart to feel more, to actually love more, despite what you say, no, it's not. Quit watching the news. There's kindness around. I just encounter kindness because I expect kindness, despite we may not agree on things. But spirituality and spiritual wisdom is you are seeking deep, sacred wisdom that is really within your own soul that can guide you to that true, authentic self, that can guide you to a greater, more profound, what I like to call relationship with God, with spirit, with whoever you call your highest source. And this comes from, many times it's what you read. People who, as you listen to them, your heart feels good. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's anything that you can resonate with that makes you a better person, that brings you peace, that brings you compassion, but opens your heart to first being aware of how wonderful you are, which is the first thing nobody gets. Where, I working with people today, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. And when we start to walk the path of spiritual wisdom and spirituality, the wisdom that you receive is how to begin to allow yourself to feel loved, to be loved, and to know you're enough. And many people are finding spiritual wisdom they're finding a real connection to go to nature. There is a huge residence and interest now to work with nature, to just to take a walk in the park, to just have trees, to garden, even your house plants. This is a deep awakening of grounding of a sacredness that is growing within us, because this is Mother Earth. This is who takes care of us. And many of us are becoming aware of the fact that we need to pay more respect and to love her more, because the more we love her, she loves us back. And a lot of people are, again, we're going back to, they're reaching out into what we call the paranormal. You know, some people now, as their hearts are awakening, as they're beginning the soul seeking, are having experiences with intuition. Many people who didn't realize before that they do have psychic abilities. They can talk to people in the afterlife. And they're wondering, whoa, what's going on up here? And it's basically what they call, you know, the veil has been lifted from the other world and is reaching out to those. Because we're meant to walk as one with spirit. We're not supposed to be this way. And so as more and more people need help with that. They're trying to understand it. But that's a key one that happens is I hear my name yelled at night. That's one. Or I walked in one day and I just suddenly felt such joy. And I'm really not in the situation to feel such joy. But I was just exploding with love and that is a sign that your heart is opening, that spiritual wisdom is flowing through you. Spiritual wisdom is literally flowing through you, teaching you and giving you the experience of feeling a deep, profound love. It's an opening of heart. You know, love a lot of times gets, oh, you know, love, all right, roll the eyes, whatever. No, they do that because the most powerful energy in the universe is love. It's soft, but it has a kick. And that kick is the ability to love ourselves, accept ourselves. And when we do that, then we really are able to see the greater good in other people.
Wow.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's great. And I'm sure people still have a lot of questions. So over the next few episodes, we'll be answering some questions that you already have prepared. And I'm sure people can also submit questions. And when we also should say that we're going to be doing this, you know, every other week.
Yes.
As long as there's no major internet problems or other unforeseen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If it's me, it'll be.
I know some of the topics that are going to be coming up is how do we attract prosperity, you know, such as money. I know a lot of people, you know.
Oh my, yes. Oh, and see, I scratched my nose. That means I'm going to be getting money, I guess.
Oh, really? I thought that usually means someone's talking to you.
I don't know. I'll take the first one.
Yeah, I bet. And then another topic, which is huge, is ghosts.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You know, are there ghosts around you that are your, you know, loved ones that have passed, you know, visiting you and wanting to help you?
Yes. You know, and again, that goes back to spiritual wisdom, because as you gain spiritual wisdom, you'll be able to understand like the true process of attracting prosperity. Long time ago, there was a book out called The Secret, which a lot of people bought, including myself. And frankly, I thought it was the dumbest thing I ever read. Not because I didn't believe in it, because of the way it was presented. And to be honest with you, as time has moved on, a lot of thought leaders have said the same thing. And why is that? Yes, they did attract those things. But what we have found that if you want to attract prosperity. The first thing is always money, right? We always want money. But that actually comes down to who are you? And this is something we'll have to do on another time, because this is a long, but to attract prosperity, to attract abundance in anything, including money, big thing. I will say that number one thing I get asked every time in a spiritual reading is relationships. And the message is, we go back to spiritual wisdom. What I just spoke about was, the more we develop our own inner life, the more that we believe that what we're here for is for a purpose, no matter what it is. And the more we believe that we deserve good things in life, I'm telling you, that stuff come right at you. A lot of times we have trouble attracting things, because even though we're doing the affirmations and that, deep down the subconscious, we don't really believe it. And it's the subconscious you want to change. And during the next couple of weeks, I'll give you tips on that, on how to literally change how you can use spiritual wisdom to attract into your life what serves your highest good, like money, and why we sometimes don't get it. But it is truly a spiritual journey that, having been someone who really has experienced this, especially this year, I really get up days going, wow, because it was always a desire, and I just kept believing it. And so we'll be able to, that can be one whole show. So
Exactly.
we can look forward to in the near future here.
Now, a lot of people probably thinking, who's Mary Jane and what gives her the authority to know about this? And I know when you and I met, we won't say how long ago that's been, but I don't think you realized your potential then. So just tell us about how you got to be where you are now. Just, a little bit.
I was in a successful 25-year career in dentistry. Both clinically, I was an educator, I was management, I ran big group dental practices. I had an amazing journey in dentistry that was very unusual. My whole life, as I do things a little non-traditional, but I was a published author for them. I won awards for presentations. I had successful dental practices. So why leave it? I got sick. I literally collapsed at work one day. I could not function at all, and I was diagnosed at Cleveland Clinic with a severe form of fibromyalgia. Within that, I had to leave work. Because really my whole life ended up being in a recliner. But it was in that time I started questioning, what did I do to deserve this? I was happy. I was serving people. I have a great family life. We're busy with that. And it led me to a journey of seeing, how does thought affect health? The mind-body connection. And in that journey, without going into details, I was led to two gentlemen in San Francisco who were healers, alternative healing, Reiki, body story work. And I spent 4 days with them in San Francisco and left a different person. And I studied under them for 2 years. And who I became, what I did, is through contacting a chronic illness that ended up being a blessing, because through it, I was taught amazing spiritual practices, methods, indigenous, I think we were talking about $10 words earlier, indigenous cultures. And these are mystics and shamans who taught me. I learned I became a Reiki master. And within all that, spiritual wisdom, because you're stepping outside of everything you've ever been taught. But within this circle of energy, I had many mystical experiences that still rock me to today. And through it, I also developed a lot of the inner healing that I needed to do to be able to achieve a lot of physical healing. Am I 100% there in physical? No, because I still have some issues of my own. But am I standing here today on Jabbering with Julie because of it? Yes, I am. And so it's also, I have, well, since then, met you, besides that, Julie, I have studied a lot of the metaphysical. I take classes
It's
galore,
ongoing training. I know they're always learning.
ongoing, and I always have a continuing education class going regarding intuition, metaphysical study. So that's how I got. So it's always ongoing. I'm always learning something new.
Yeah, I think that, that's a good thing for people to know because,
Yeah.
it's not like you're just, decided to do this willy-nilly and, you're on a journey and you can help other people with their journey as well.
I mean, I have a bachelor's in healthcare from Ursuline College, but I personally feel I have a master's degree in spiritual life. And that is always ongoing and always something new. And I
Now,
love
don't
it.
you have a big announcement to make?
Oh, well, yes. I'm very excited. Just this week, I was asked to be what's called an ambassador, which means that Secret Ireland Tours, which takes healing tours and magic tours, by magic, I mean mystical tours to Ireland, asked me to lead their tours. And we're set for one in June of next year, where we will actually be traveling to Southwest Ireland to study and work with a Druid priestess. We're going to be staying at her healing area on the ocean and Southwest Ireland. And I told Julie as we got on today, we've also just set up a trip for Scotland. So these are tours where you will go to learn the Celtic wisdom, talk about spiritual wisdom, where we're going to learn different healing, traditional methods of the healing arts there, which include music, herbs, fairies, and a lot of really fascinating things that I call going deeper into the mysteries of spirit. And the Celtic Isles hold a lot of this spiritual wisdom, which we're going to be tapping into on these trips.
How exciting.
Mhm.
Well, we'll have more information. We can put a link so people can
Yeah,
get more information about that in the description
we
of
will.
this podcast. And tell everybody how they can contact you if they have questions or want to learn more.
Okay, you can contact me through my website at maryjanebrigger.com. If we will have information regarding the Ireland trips coming up. We're finalizing that right now, but if you can follow me on Facebook at Mary Jane Brigger, and we have a lot of information up there right now. If you'd like to schedule a reading, would love to give you one. You can just go to maryjanebrigger.com, hit messages from the afterlife. Bingo, you'll be on your way for us to meet and talk to spirit.
And, again, we'll have all the information in the description. But, I'm excited to start this journey with you. I think this is great. And I think a lot of people are going to learn a lot about themselves.
This is true. And I thank you so much for the opportunity to do this. And I look forward to speaking to everybody and meeting them. I'm from up in that area. So I lived up there for 15 years. So I love talking to people from home.
Well, I identify very strongly with my Italian roots, but I'm also Scotch Irish.
Well, there you go. That's the interesting thing. A lot of us have that in it. So yeah, there's some really exciting things coming up. And we'll be bringing that new wisdom back with us. So very exciting times.
Is there anything else that you wanted to say before we say goodbye?
No, I'm just thank you to everyone who has already reached out to me through Julie's marketing, and I'm very appreciative of that. I look forward to helping you. we'll be here, every other week now. And if you have any questions, Julie, I guess they can forward them to you, and then we can talk about them right here. And if anyone has a question, you can contact me at mjb@maryjanebrigger.com. So I would be happy to answer a question.
Well, thank you for taking time to talk to everybody today.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.